Oh no. That's really bad. All right, we're back with another video, and this is several days after we've done the initial skim coating on these two walls. We have some pretty good texture here on these walls. Hopefully this is coming through in the video. It's pretty even. There are some spots where I think it could be a little better. I'm gonna try and show this on camera if I can. Again, there's some trowel marks and stuff that I want to get out and sand out, but like I like this sort of texture that we've got going on here as far as things go. And it's like that pretty consistently across the whole wall. I do want to get some tuning in on this, basically to make it a little bit better. Hopefully again on this wall it shows up. So that's a very rough version of the texture. And we just need to do a bunch of cleanup in here. There's some stuff I've got to take out. Most notably, this big sheet of drywall here has to go. And we have to start removing all of the trim around this door. There's some trim around the baseboards of all of these walls that are kind of a pinkish color. You can see it down there. So I'm going to start working on getting all of that stuff taken care of. That's not too exciting, so we'll come back once I actually have some of that stuff done. All right, we have done a bunch of cleanup, and it looks like we have several items that we need to take care of. So we've got this trim here along the base. We've got this box here, which is a cable hookup. I know that definitely is not hooked up to anything. So that's gonna be probably a cover plate that I'll put over it. We only have two cable hookups. One is in our living room and then another one is in our basement. We have this power outlet right here. It needs to be replaced. And then we also have trim that needs to come out all around this door and everything else. We also have some wall anchors. I think that was holding up a shoe carriage thing that needs to come out. I think probably we can start with the trim. I remember having a trim tool in here. All right, found it. It was in one of the boxes that I removed when I did my cleanup. Let's come up here. All right, and then this one might be tricky. Okay, there we go. Got all the trim taken out there. bit of this baseboard. Looked like that side was coped in. All right, we've got this little shelving piece here. Okay. All right. Oh man. Put baseboards around the bottom of the closet and the end broke off. And I'm gonna carve these out a little bit because the drywall is kind of broken around them. And I think it'll mud over a lot easier if all of that is cut out. There we go. We have all of our trim taken care of. Okay. Now it looks like we have a flat head there and there. What do we have here? Phillips. All right, we've got that and those taken care of. Anything else we really have to? Those look good. There's some little holes there. There is this anchor hole up here. Take that out a little, but I think that's okay. Okay, there are a couple little nails here that we gotta take care of all around this trim. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna sweat those because this door is gonna get taken out. So what we're gonna do is hammer those flush. You can see this is broken right there. It's broken right there because this door, it fits okay now, but we used to have a swamp cooler. And so this whole door would swell up with humidity and it would get really hard to open. And even here, you can still see it kind of catches on that door striker. But yeah, just over the years, it started ripping that apart. So what we have next up is getting this wall and this one and this one and this little here in front of the closet all skim coated and retextured. My objective is to try and match to the ceiling and to the walls as close as I can. I already know these walls need some touch up, but before I do the touch up, I just want to get all of it done so that when I go through and actually finalize the texture, I can make sure everything looks pretty consistent. So basically, I don't want to go and commit to the texture level here when I haven't even done it over here. We need to mix some mud, get out our paint roller, and get started. Yeah, that one's pretty much empty. And this one does have mud in it, but it's pretty trash because it's got a bunch of debris in it. Okay, I think I need a bucket of water. All right. Now, the other times I've done this, I've had like a really wet roller, and this time around, I've got just a damp one. One thing I did forget what we have to do here is I want to come up here and fill in these holes. Like that. We've got set up to record here. that's working a lot better. So that is our whole wall textured up. We got our 6-inch knife, and we just need to start knocking this down and putting our mud back into the bucket. All right, I think it's turned out pretty good. There's some kind of trash in here. And we're getting a lot of mud back as well. Okay, so down there kind of needs a little cleanup. All right, just ran out of battery. We're back on a fresh one, so we're not missing any action here. There's one more stroke I want to do up through the middle here, because there's some pretty bad trowel marks there. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. One thing do notice that we have to do is clean up this corner up here along the ceiling. There's a bunch of extra mud. And the rest of that, I'm going to end up sanding off probably. Okay, so we have this little corner here to do, and above the door as our next phase. So let's mount up our camera. And then that corner little edge, I'm not going to bother with because it's going to get covered with trim. Our little boo-boo here. My pole for my roller ran into this. So that's a little better. And we've got the rest of this coated. All right, I've got some rough trail marks here. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit more in post. Once this dries. Just really long trail mark here. Okay, that's a little section done. Around the door. Now I need to do right in front of this closet. And then we are done. All right, got more texture here. For this little corner section or end section, I'm just going to use I think that looks pretty good. And then here, oh geez, there's a big piece of trash in there. Left a big streak. Oh my gosh. I think this part is going to come fixed in a different video. no. That's really bad. We'll get that cleaned up. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess that isn't all bad because I'm getting to mop. All right, I think that's about it. So, let me take care of this bucket and we'll come back. All right. We've done our mop cleanup, cleaned up the roller, and we've got all of our skim coating done in this whole room. So, one thing that I have to do is I have to come and sand and level this out a little bit. There's definitely some trail marks and streaks and stuff you can see in here that I want to get out, especially above the window. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the consistency of the pattern that we're getting here and the texture. There's a couple spots that are a little heavy. There's some little fixes I've got to do where I hit it while it was wet. But overall, I'm very happy with our result. And we're getting very close to having a completed room. But this whole room is starting to turn out pretty well. Now, there is a bunch of stuff that we're going to have to do with this closet. In the past, all we had was a single shelf with a clothes hanger. And what we want to do is some more modern multi-shelf storage, and then perhaps a double hanger in the middle, and all of that to give us a lot better options as far as, you know, having a closet and some storage. Right now we are in desperate need of some clothing storage, so getting this closet well organized is going to be a really big part of that. Obviously we're going to have to paint, get all of that done, and we are also going to be replacing this door because it is broken. I think I showed you that a little bit earlier. We've got to do all of the trim, baseboards. I think I will do crown molding as well. We'll see. And then we also have to do these outlets here. Put a cover plate over that, delete that box. Replace this switch. Replace this receptacle down here. So a little bit of wiring work and some stuff like that, nothing too challenging. And we're getting very close to making this room a reality. Oh, the elephant in the room is the floor as well. That is in need of an entire refinish. So we are going to be sanding, possibly staining, and coating, probably a really nice polyurethane coating over this whole floor. This register as well, I'm going to replace that with a newer, more modern looking unit. So there's a lot to come on this little room. I mean, this is really the biggest bedroom in our house. I would say it's a 14 by 14 room. It's what qualifies for a master bedroom. But yeah, we're getting really close. As close as I've ever been. So this has been a really long project. A lot of incremental work and everything being done to make it happen. Again, if you're interested in seeing some videos on all of those topics that I just listed off, like the video if you like the video, and subscribe to see those future videos, because we're going to be doing a bunch more content on this room in the future. So thank you all for watching. You have a great day.